Chapter 3 Ghosts of the Past. The Vance mansion looked exactly the same as Elara remembered, grand, imposing, filled with expensive antiques and memories. But walking through the doors felt different. She was no longer the quiet, obedient wife. She was a mother. She was stronger. She was free. She had left Liam in the care of a trusted friend who had traveled with her, staying in a hotel nearby. Just for safety, she told herself. Just until I leave. As she walked into the main hall, everyone turned to look. Whispers followed her. She's back. Where has she been all this time? She left without a trace. And then, she saw him. Julian stood at the bottom of the staircase, tall and commanding in a black suit. He looked older, sharper, more handsome in a dangerous way. His eyes locked onto hers immediately, and for a moment, the whole room disappeared. He walked toward her slowly, like a predator approaching something he thought he had lost forever. "Elara," he said. Her name on his lips sent shivers down her spine. It had been so long. "Julian," she replied, keeping her voice steady, her guard high. "You disappeared," he said, his voice low and intense. "No word. No goodbye. I thought you were dead." "I just wanted a fresh start," she lied smoothly. "As per our agreement. No contact." Julian stepped closer, invading her personal space, just like he used to, but now it felt different. Now there was hunger in his eyes. Curiosity. Something she had never seen before when they were married. "You left everything behind," he said, studying her face like he was trying to memorize it all over again. "Your things. Your family. Me. I had nothing here, Julian," she said softly but firmly. "You know that." He didn't answer. He just kept looking at her. He noticed changes. She was brighter, more confident, softer around the edges yet stronger in spirit. She wasn't the shadow he remembered. She was a woman. The funeral service was solemn and long. Arthur Vance was laid to rest with full honors. Throughout it all, Elara could feel Julian's eyes on her. Every time she looked up, he was watching her. Afterward, at the reception, he didn't leave her side. He followed her through the rooms, asking questions she didn't want to answer. "Where did you go? What did you do? Are you alone?" Elara dodged every question. "Traveled, worked, yes." But Julian wasn't stupid. He noticed she wore no ring. He noticed she was protective of her phone. He noticed she kept checking the time, like she was waiting for something, or someone. As the evening ended, they stood alone in the garden where they had once taken wedding photos. "You hate being here that much?" Julian asked, his voice bitter. "I don't hate it," Elara replied honestly. "It just reminds me of a time I was unhappy." Julian looked at her, pain flashing briefly in his eyes. "I was unhappy too, Elara. But, I think I was lonely more than anything else." Elara turned to leave. "Good night, Julian. I'll be at the will reading tomorrow. Then I'm gone again." She walked away quickly, before he could see how much his words affected her. But Julian stayed standing in the garden, watching her go. "She's hiding something," he thought. "And I'm going to find out what it is." Chapter 4 Unwelcome Clashes. The next morning brought the reading of Arthur Vance's will. The family gathered in the grand library, stiff, wealthy, and full of greedy expectations. Elara sat near the back, quiet and composed. Julian sat at the front, the undisputed head of the family now. The lawyer read through pages of bequests, land, money, and businesses. Then came the final clause, the one Arthur had written himself, in his own handwriting. "To my grandson Julian, I leave the company, the estate, and everything I have built. But I leave one instruction: the mansion and the family legacy must be shared. I have seen enough coldness in this family. I want Elara Vance to remain part of this home. She is family, by my choice, and she shall inherit a share equal to a daughter, and she shall stay here for 1 month to settle the estate and my personal matters. Only then shall she receive her inheritance." Elara froze. A murmur went through the room. Julian turned slowly to look at her, his expression unreadable. 1 month. Elara whispered when they were alone after the meeting. "I can't stay here for a month, Julian. I have commitments. Commitments more important than millions of dollars and Arthur's last wish." Julian asked, stepping close to her, blocking her path. "You will stay, Elara. You owe him that much. And frankly, I want you here." His voice dropped low, rough and honest. "You walked out on me 5 years ago without a word. You left me wondering what I did wrong. Now you are back. And I am not letting you run away again until I get answers." "I didn't do anything wrong," Elara snapped, her temper flaring, a side of her he had never seen before. "We were strangers. You wanted a divorce. You gave me freedom. Don't act like I stole something from you. I didn't know what I wanted then." Julian shouted back, frustration pouring out of him. "I was young. I was following rules. I thought marriage was just a contract. But when you were gone, Elara," the silence was deafening. "I realized too late that I had a wife who was kind, patient, and loyal, and I treated her like furniture." He ran a hand through his hair, looking exhausted and angry and confused all at once. "And now you come back, beautiful, confident, different, and you still treat me like I'm nothing. It drives me crazy." Elara's heart raced. This wasn't the Julian she knew. The Julian she knew didn't have feelings. The Julian she knew didn't care. "Nothing has changed, Julian," she said, trying to stay strong. "I still don't belong here. I still don't love you." She said the words to protect herself, to protect Liam. But as she said them, she saw the hurt in his eyes. "We'll see," Julian said quietly. "You are staying for 1 month. And during that month, I am going to find out exactly what you have been hiding." He walked away, leaving Elara terrified. She had to bring Liam closer. She couldn't leave him in the hotel forever. But bringing him here meant risking discovery. Just 1 month, she told herself. Just 30 days. Then we are gone forever.